say DNIGOP, DNC POTUS, but not ACLU. It has been published on 9th of March 2023. The next piece of news comes from cybernews.com. Swiss cybersecurity firm Acronis breach claims hacker. This piece of news has been published on 10th of March 2023. Again, a piece of news about data breaches. So, credential stuffing attack on Chick-fil-A impacted 71,000, more than 71,000 users. It has been published. Yeah, it has been, well, yeah, here. It has been published on 5th of March 2023. The next piece of news comes from securityweek.com. So based on that, EPA mandates a status report on cyber threats to water systems. It has been published on March 4th, 2023. The next piece of news comes from securityaffairs.com. So we had a piece of news again from the securityaffairs.com. It has been published on 5th of March 2023, and based on that, Play ransomware gang has begun to leak data stolen from City of Oakland. Two pieces of news from the same source, hackread.com. The first one is that Russia bans WhatsApp, Discord, Telegram, and others. So it seems that Russia basically and literally banned all the platforms except the Russian platforms. It has been published on 3rd of March 2023. The next piece of news comes from again the same resource, hackread.com. So based on that, PayPal sued over data breach that impacted 35,000 users. It has been published on March 5th, 2023. From darknet.live.com, there is this piece of news that UK duo imprisoned for roles in a dark web drug trafficking operation. This piece of news has been published on 4th of March 2023. From darkreading.com, there is this piece of news that sale of stolen credentials and initial access dominate dark web markets. This has been published on March 2nd, 2023. From the Department of Justice, justice.gov, there is this piece of news that has been published on 3rd of March 2023 that former U.S. Army soldier sentenced to 45 years in prison for attempting to attempting for murder fellow service members in deadly ambush. So basically, they managed to sniff or kind of sniffing the traffic, and they could detect, as you can read here, white supremacist, neo-Nazi, pro-jihadist groups, the chats or things that this guilty person basically has been used. That is the reason behind it. So from Europa.Europa.eu, there's this piece of news that Germany and Ukraine hit two high-value ransomware targets. It has been published on 6th of March 2023. Again, from darknetlive.com, there is this piece of news that Swiss dark web drug trafficker got busted. It has been published on 6th of March 2023. From Cyware.com, there is this piece of news that multi-year spear phishing campaign against maritime industry. It has been published on 6th of March 2023. From TechCrunch.com, there is this piece of news that alleged security breach leaves millions of dollars missing from Flutterwave accounts. It has been published on 6th of March 2023. From GovTech.com, there is this piece of news that has been published on 3rd of March 2023 that personal data exposed in cyber attack on Modesto, Calif PD. There is this piece of news from Hackread.com that Acer data breach hacker claims to sell a 160 gigabyte trove of stolen data. It has been published on 6th of March 2023. From SecurityAffairs.com, there is this piece of news that Hatch Bank data breach caused by the exploitation of the Go Anywhere NFT zero day. It has been published on 6th of March 2023. From bankinfosecurity.com, there is this piece of news that Black Cat leaked Black Cat leaking patient data and photos stolen in attack. Well, this is, as it can be seen here, it's a Russia-linked RAAS, which stands for Ransomware as a Service Group, attacked Pennsylvania healthcare group last month. The next piece of news comes from El Nacional. Cat, if I pronounce correctly. So the cyber attack that has paralyzed Barcelona's hospital clinic, no ransom will be paid. It has been published on March 6, 2023. There's this piece of news from darkreading.com that Polish politicians phone patrolled by Pegasus. It has been published on 3rd of March 2023. From hackread.com again, there is this piece of news that Superbay.org, the Pirate Bay web forum, down amid cyber attack. It has been published on 6th of March 2023. From SecurityWeek.com, there is this piece of news that vulnerability in Toyota management platform provided access to customer data. It has been published on March 7th, 2023. From TexasTribune.org, there's this piece of news that DPS sent at least 3,000 driver's licenses to organized crime group targeting Asian Texans. It has been published on February 27th of year 2023. From Becker's Hospital Review.com, there's this piece of news that New York Medical Center notifies patients of EHR data breach. It has been published on 7th of March 2023. From JDSupra.com, there is three different pieces of news. The first one is that First Franklin Financial Corporation notifies customers of recent data breach. It has been published on 7th of March 2023. The next one from the same source, JDSupra.com, that Southeastern Louisiana University experiences what some believe to be a ransomware attack. It has been published on the same date, 7th of March 2023. The next piece of news comes from JDSupra.com again and based on the Tennessee State University Post's notice of ransomware threat. It has been published on 7th of March 2023. From darknetlive.com, there is this piece of news that Alpha Bay fentanyl vendor, Narcoboss, so this is the handle of the actor, the threat actor, guilty for ODs. ODs probably are kind of like drugs and cannabis related items. Well, fentanyl, maybe. But for those of you who don't know, Alphabet is a famous nefarious dark web marketplace. It has been published on 8th of March 2023. The next piece of news comes from Hackread.com. So based on that, gender diversity in cybercrime forums, women users on the rise. It has been published on 9th of March 2023. From Cyber War Zone, there is this piece of news that Guilin ransomware attack, elderly care facility breached, and confidential data leaked online. From Cyber Security Drive, There's this piece of news that insurance holding company Group 1001 says operations restored after ransomware attack. It has been published on March 7th, 2023. From infosecurity-magazine.com, there is this piece of news that has been published on 8th of March 2023 that government claim new UK GDPR will save firms billions. From bankinfosecurity.com, there is this piece of news that hackers sell US lawmakers' data stolen. Data stolen. From Insurance Market, it has been published on 8th of March 2023. The next piece of news comes from the same source, bankinfosecurity.com. So based on that, HDB Financial Service finds breach at data processor. It has been published on the same date, 8th of March 2023. From darkreading.com, there is this piece of news on 9th of March 2023 that emoted resurfaced yet again after 3 months hiatus. From securityweek.com, there is this piece of news that SEAL01 Stealer malware targeting government employees. It has been published on 8th of March 2023. Next piece of news comes from gbhackers.com. So based on that, US House and Senate members' data hacked, offered for sale. So it has been published on March 9th, year 2023. The next piece of news comes from safetydetectives.com. So based on that, cancer patients' privacy violated. Russian hackers leaked nude photos on dark web. It has been published on March 9th, 2023. From securitaffairs.com, there is this piece of news. Akamai mitigated a record-breaking DDoS attack that peaked 900 gigabytes per second. It has been published on March 9th, 2023. Last but not least comes from darkreading.com. So based on that, AT&T vendor breach exposes data on 9 million wireless accounts. It has been published on March 9th, 2023. Thanks for paying attention. See you next week.